Hello students, so here is the correction for assignment 2D. Let's go. Well, the first question, we have 4 and 1 over 6 minus negative 4 and 2/3. So the first thing we're going to do is to make the fractions into its improper form. That is 25 over 6 and then 14 over 3, right? So since it's a minus and negative, the operation becomes a plus. So the next step after that is to make the denominator common. So we have 25 over 6 plus 28 over 6. So once the denominator is common, we can add them together, resulting in 53 over 6. And if you want to write it as a mixed number, that will be 8 and 5 over 6. Next question, question 4C, we have negative 6 and 1/8 times 3 over 14. So for multiplication, the same thing. The first step is always to make the mixed number into improper form. So we have negative 49 over 8 times 3 over 14. So once we have that, we can just do a quick comparison. Numerator multiply numerator, denominator multiply denominator. Then after that, reduce it to the lowest term, we get negative 21 over 16. Writing it in mixed number, it will be negative 1 and 5 over 6. Right, now for division, again, same thing. We make the mixed number into improper. So negative 8 over 9 divided by negative 1 and 2/3. Negative 1 and 2/3 is actually negative 5 over 3. So convert division into the multiplication of the reciprocal. We have negative 8 over 9 times negative 3 over 5, resulting in 8 over 15. Question 6. A, we have a negative 4.6 plus negative 3.2. So what we need to note here is simply the fact that when we add a negative number, it's the same as subtraction. So negative 4.6 minus 3.2 gives us negative 7.8. Question 7D, 0.25 times 1.963. So if you do not have a calculator ready with you and we want to sort this one out, what we can do is convert them to fractions. So when we convert them to fractions, we get 25 over 100 over 1963 over 1000, right? So over here, 25 over 100 is actually a quarter. Therefore, we can quite easily get the fraction form, which is 1963 over 4000. But if you would like to convert that back to the decimal, that will give us 0.49075, right? We just take 1963 divided by 4, and then after that, shift the decimal places 3 steps. Right, next we have the 4.35 divided by 1.5. So that will work out to be 435 over 100 divided by 15 over 10. Now, division is the same as multiplication of the reciprocal. So 435 over 100 times 10 over 15. So from here, it's quite easy to simplify, right? 435 divided by 15 is 29. Then we have 10 in the numerator, 100 in the denominator. That gives us 10 in the denominator. So it's 29 over 10, resulting in 2.9. Right, question 11. This question requires us to first perform the square. So negative 3 over 2 squared. Take note, negative numbers when we square is going to be positive. So that will give us 9 over 4. And in the bracket on the right, we are doing subtraction. So we're going to make the denominator common. So 2 and 1/3 is actually 7 over 3, which is 35 over 15. So when we perform subtraction, 1 over 15 minus 35 over 15, we get negative 34 over 15. Right? Once we have it in this form, it is just a matter of multiplication. So 9 times 34 over 4 times 15, and then after that is negative. So we get negative 51 over 10. Writing it in mixed number, it will be negative 5 and 1/10. Now, finally, the question 17 actually tests us on our calculator skills. So if you were to press this properly into the calculator, you should get 16.933588812 displayed on your calculator. Do take note, right? If the question asks us to leave the answer correct to 3 decimal places, it is still a good habit to display the full range of the questions of the solution first, of the answer first, before we round off, right? So so that it adds clarity, we know where we are rounding off from. So write out the whole thing, 16.933588812. Then we round off to the degree at which the question specify, and in this case it is 3 decimal places, so 16.934. Again, it's a good habit to indicate that it is rounded off to 3 decimal places, so I wrote down 3dp over there to make it very clear. Right, hope you have been successful with this assignment. Have a nice day.